Games based on established franchises are often based on movies, and they're usually not outstanding. From half-baked superhero titles to cartoon knockoffs, there have been so many cash-grab game creations. Along with being franchise-happy, there has also been a wave of general nostalgia hitting the media lately. This brought reboot movies and games, some of which no one asked for, and some of which turned out surprisingly well. We'll go into that and more as we discuss one of the latest nostalgia bombs to hit the gaming world. I am the Duddler, and this is What's the Point of Friday the 13th the Game? Nostalgia is a powerful concept in any form of media. It relates back to comfort. People enjoy what they already understand. They latch onto these familiar characters and situations to see how it can be done differently, but still give them the same old feelings they remember. This sentimentality drives a surprising amount of game releases, especially as games are becoming an established medium, old enough to have good memories to draw from. Without nostalgia, we wouldn't have reboots like Doom, movie games like Mad Max, or spiritual successors like Yooka-Laylee. This is what drives the Friday the 13th game, nostalgia. So, to get us started, Friday the 13th started as a slasher film series in the 80s. Since then, it has received a sort of cult following and is one of the most recognizable names in the horror movie genre. The success of the game is tied directly to the franchise. They aim to give you the same feelings with the game that the movie does. The same feelings of helplessness and suspense, the same thrill of the hunt. It calls to this nostalgia in a few different ways. For one, it presents itself like the movies do. The atmosphere is dark and heavy. It's hard to figure out your surroundings even with your flashlight. The characters are all modeled off of movie characters, and there are even different versions of Jason to pick from. When hurt or scared, they react in kind. Well, they try anyway. The locations are full of iconic movie set pieces that fans can recognize instantly. From lakes and cabins to dirty barns and Jason's lair, no expense is spared. The music is taken straight from the movies and plays dynamically whenever Jason is near. The suspense becomes palpable. Number 2, it feels like the movies would. The whole game is spent playing cat and mouse mixed with hide and seek between Jason and the rest of the players, just like the movies. The movement system is pretty restricting for the victims. They all have a stamina bar that depletes really quickly as the player moves, forcing the players to move slowly and carefully to make sure that they can run when it really counts. This mechanic feels annoying and clunky in practice, but it might actually be a more genuine horror movie game experience. Most of the victims in horror movies end up terrified, running away frantically for not very long or fast until they can't anymore. In the game, you trip and stumble, especially if you're scared. It's almost impossible to keep away from Jason for long. You get tired fairly quickly, so it's usually best to try and lose Jason by jumping through windows and hiding wherever you can. My last point. The game's mechanics complement the source material. The different characters have different stats that make them useful in varying ways. Some might be faster, others might be stronger, one might be good at hiding, or another could be stealthy. Generally, these stats stay true to their corresponding characters from the movies. Jason also has different incarnations, each with their own sets of strengths, weaknesses, and weapons that homage to the movie counterparts. The goal of the game is for the counselors to either survive for a certain amount of time or find a way to escape. In addition, you can actually kill Jason through a series of specific tasks with the help of Tommy Jarvis, another callback to the movies. All in all, nostalgia is a strong tool in the media arsenal. Friday the 13th the game uses nostalgia in many ways to provide an ordeal that makes you feel like you're actually in a slasher film. It takes the characters and situations directly from the movies to create the right atmosphere. The gameplay becomes the glue to hold it all together, making for a true movie game experience. Thanks for watching! If you want to watch me get to the point of more of your favorite games, please hit that subscribe button. For more content, check out my Twitter, Twitch stream, and theduddler.com.